session from Michigan International Speedway. I'm your host, Steve, and today 13 drivers from random draw have been selected to come participate in the first of 2 test sessions involving the new Next Gen Cup car. We have a Camaro, we have a Mustang, we have a Toyota body. Dodge is still in development of their body, and there is possible rumors of another manufacturer in the talks of joining the sport, also working on a new body for them as well. But for now, it is just Chevrolet, Ford, and Toyota here for the test session this weekend here at Michigan International Speedway. Now for this test session, all Dodge drivers will drive Ford Mustangs while we wait for the Dodge body to be finished being prepared, as that's what they've been running all season, are just reskinned Mustangs, reskinned as Chargers. Dodge never really prepared a new body, they just kind of took the one from Ford, but it's just what we have to work with for now. But with that said, if Dodge decides to pull out last minute and they decide not to bring a body for next season, there's another manufacturer in the talks of possibly joining on for season 3, so that's news to keep an eye out on the next couple weeks, couple months or so. The cars are now on track, they're getting ready to do their pace lap. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup, starting with your front row. Ryan DeLago on pole for the Michigan test session with Andrew Zachary to his outside. Back in row number 2, Michael McCammett to the inside, Dice Guy to his outside. Back in row number 3 on the inside is Tyler Rogers to his outside, it is Dogleg Matt. Back in row number 4, Cooper Glick to the inside, Tanner Mann to the outside. In row number 5, SMunger to the inside, Blake Armano to his outside. In row number 6, Dave Wilson to the inside, Oliver Gingerich to the outside. And back in row number 7 by himself, it is Drake Gosland. The cars are making their way through turns 3 and turn 4. The next gen test at Michigan is about ready to get underway once the pace car pulls off. And this will be the first time these drivers have had any experience behind the wheels of these new cars in which we will be running in Season 3. Pace car makes its way down pit road. Ryan DeLago will lead him down to the green flag. Green flag is out here at Michigan International Speedway. The early signs of a pack getting ready to form are starting to happen. If you look back to about 5th place, Rogers, Dogleg, Glick, Mann. On the outside there is Guy. There's about 5 cars clumped up there. As you see Andrew Zachary making an early pass down the back straightaway on Ryan DeLago for the lead as they enter into turn number 3. It is Zachary, DeLago, McCammett, Zachary, DeLago, Guy, McCammett, Rogers are top 5 now. Guy making a pass on the high side. As you can see, they're starting to work up a pack there, about 5th place on back. They're getting 3 wide, and behind them they're getting 3 wide. And it's not really a big train race. It's it's supposed to be a test session, so they're not really supposed to be going 100%, but at the same time, this is a pretty close group, at least in the back half. As Andrew Zachary has walked out about 5 car lengths ahead of everybody, but there's a group of 3 right behind him, and a group of 3 right behind them, and then a group of 6 out back. So it's almost like mini packs are starting to form as the further underway these cars are getting. Andrew Zachary has about a 10 car length lead over Ryan DeLago. DeLago being pushed through turns 3 and 4 by McCammett, who runs 3rd in the 33 car. It is still Zachary, DeLago, McCammett, Guy, and now Glick, your top 5. As you look past these front 4 cars, it's a pretty big pack. They're on from about 6th on back. Cooper Glick's kind of sitting in the middle, bridging the 2 groups. But there's a group of 4, and then a single car, and then about 8 cars in the back all clumped together. So this is going to get it's either going to get really dicey, or they're going to continue to get spread out, but in these little packs. The pack in the back actually just had something happen. It sounds like the 55 had a vibration getting into turn number 1, and he is now off the pace and has left that group. But meanwhile, up front, the single car and the 3 car groups have gotten together. It is now Zachary and DeLago side by side for the lead coming out of turn number 4, coming to 2 laps to go in this test session. Zachary, DeLago, Guy, McCammett, and Mann your top 5 now. Cooper Glick falls to 6th, and is with SMunger back there, as there's a group of 4 there, so about 9 cars in 2 groups. That would be your front 9 there. Andrew Zachary out front over DeLago, and Guy now up to 3rd. He's looking on the inside. He's going to take the 2nd spot away from DeLago. He shoved DeLago up pretty high. DeLago slow in the high lane. He's going to get help from McCammett here. Andrew Zachary still leading by a couple of car lengths over Dice Guy and Tanner Mann as they make up second and third spots now. As they come around turns 3 and turns 4, they're coming to the white flag here at Michigan for the first test session. Andrew Zachary is going to lead them down to the flag. White flag is out one more time around here at Michigan. It's at least 6 cars together up here in the front. Zachary's out front by himself, but then there's a group of 3 and a group of 3 right behind him, and they're all within drafting distance of one another, so we'll see how big of a pack they can get together. Coming down the back straightaway and towards turn number 3, 5 cars grouped together, going to make one nice run on that 7 car as he sits out front, a lone duck by himself. Leading the way is Dice Guy with help from Tanner Mann. Got Michael McCammett pushing on the bumper. He's going to shoot to the inside. He's actually going to slide up in front of Tanner Mann, take that 3rd spot. Dice Guy walks it up the hill. They are 3 wide out front now. Zachary, McCammett, Guy, 3 wide on the exit of 4. There goes Zachary. Zachary goes around. He's sideways. McCammett's going to lead him back to the line as there's a crash behind him. Dice Guy airborne. Now he's upside down. Huge crash on the front straightaway at the end of the test session here. Dice Guy up and over. That car is demolished. Tanner Mann has heavy damage. Michael McCammett slipped his way through, and he's going to win the test session. It's not even really a win. He led him back to the finish of the first test session. We have a car still upside down on the front straightaway. It's Andrew Zachary in the 7. That car went up and over, sliding through the infield. I don't think anybody was paying attention to that 7 car. He went for a lazy spin into the infield, went out of camera frame, and we cut back, and that car is upside down. I don't really know how it went up and over, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. They're 3 wide on corner exit. The 7 slides up into the 57. He's got it turned around. Oh, wow. And when the 57 checked up, and got turned into the wall, the car lifted up onto 2 wheels, but then when he got hit by the 4, got absolutely stomped into by the 4. That's just kind of what turtle shelled him over. And the 7 in that replay just shows up in the frame already on his roof, so I don't really know what happened to him here. You see him, he's going to slide. Oh, the 7 got lift, and then that car just weight shifted in the infield. That car came off the track, hit the grass, it lifted about a foot up off the ground, and when it landed and snapped back the other way, it just turtle shelled up and over right onto its top. Just as classic of a weight shift as it gets. We're going to ride on board with Dave Wilson, see what he sees from all the way back here. You can see him spinning, see it hop. Now he's upside down in victory lane as the other car is coming across the racetrack. There's Dice Guy flipping up and over right there at the start and finish line. A double flip in a test session, who would have thought? Let's go ahead and ride aboard with Blake Armano. He's the car, I believe he's who gets into Dice Guy here on the front straightaway. You can see the 7 goes around, he gets that big hop. And the 57 goes airborne once off the nose of the 53 when he gets turned into the wall. So you wouldn't expect the second contact to be what sends him over, but it is indeed what ended up sending him over this time. And let's take another look at this. They were 3 wide out front. Zachary looked like he just tried to shut the door and just wasn't entirely clear. And yeah, the infield here is so bumpy. And he just missed that opening in the pit road wall too. That could have been a lot worse than what it ended up being. But when he went through the grass, it just started jumping around on him. And when it snapped back the other way, it hit one of those bumps and just turned up on its side and over. And as for Guy, who just got slid up in front of, he had so little momentum, he got run over by Tanner Mann behind him. Let's look at this hit Tanner Mann takes. Oh, that is a big shot to the inside wall for the 53. I hadn't had an angle on that yet. I knew he hit the inside wall a ton, but I didn't think that car came up off the ground like that either. Look at the damage to the 57 from that incident. That car is demolished as it gets put on the back of the rollback. I mean, the right rear took that impact from the 4. You can see it's all caved in, but the front end has heavy damage from where he hit the wall. The driver's side's all wrinkled in from where it went up and over. There's crease lines up and down the roof. I mean, that was not only a big hit, that was a big flip for the 57. And again, this is just a test session. I mean, look at the left rear on that from when he hit the wall. Andrew Zachary's been turned over and is also on the back of a rollback now. And that car doesn't have a ton of damage. It's got some rear end damage, probably from where it got into the wall while sliding through the infield, but for a car that just weight shifted, that is a good amount of damage to the rear end of it. I didn't see any of that in the replays. But a big hit for the 7, the 53 and the 57 as well. Michael McCammett will win the test session after a strong run all day long. Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at the finishing order. It's McCammett, Delago, Glick, Mann, Matt, your top 5. Guy, Armano, Munger, Zachary, Wilson will round out the top 10. And again, this isn't for points or anything. This is just a test session. We're out here just to see how these cars perform in groups and how everybody's able to handle these cars compared to the old ones. Gosling, Gingerich, Rogers rounding out the rest of the field. But for being a test session, they really went out there and showed off as much as they could with these cars. I mean, they were putting it all out there on the line for a non-points event. I mean, we had 2 cars flip on the last lap. I don't think you can really test these things any harder than that. So, thank you everybody who came out today. The next event we're going to be going out to is for Charlotte. It is race 4 of 8 in the SMunger Cup Series season. And I hope to see you guys there. I'm your host, Steve. I'll catch you next time.